Hi everyone, this is Connie from Connie's Creative Creations. Today I am working with hippos and their products. Okay, the main one, or the one of them, is a water slide decal paper, and the other one is a heat transfer paper. Okay, so let's get into how this kind of works, some information on them. I'm really excited to work with them. Now this, I got 20 sheets, and with it you get an adhesive sheet as well, and you get some instructions, some information. And so I'm just kind of showing you what exactly they are. So it is you always print on the shiny side, not the dull side. And you use your inkjet printer. Now mine is only black and white, so I had to get creative, which is fine. If you have a colored one, it makes it a little bit easier. And it just goes through the steps. So you print it, you cut it, you spray it, you put it in water, and it literally slides off the paper and you place it down. Use a paper towel and you get all the excess water, because you have to put water down first. And I'll go over that in a second with you. Now, with the heat transfer paper, I got 10 sheets, and with this comes a degreasing, 2 sheets of degreasing paper, which is a lot like parchment paper, and you get 10 sheets, and then you get some information. Now with this, you print it on, now there's 2 sides. You print it on the white side, not the blue grid side. So you print it, then you cut it out, and you peel the blue, the white and blue part off. This is the adhesive part, extra adhesive if you need it. You pull that blue grid off, you lay it down, you use the, it's like parchment paper, that right there. You get 2 sheets of that. You put it over it, you put your iron on 340, and you hold it down for 15 seconds, and you peel that off, and it is secured. So, and I'm just showing you have to print on the white side instead of the grid side. And then that is just some more instructions and information if you need to look up more information on anything. So, okay, let's get to this project. Okay, I took these 4 3x3 pieces of wood I got from Amazon. I got a package 72 for, I think it's $12.99, and I'll link that in my link tree so that you can purchase it if you choose to. They're a little bit smaller than the ones from Dollar Tree, but you get a lot more. The packages from Dollar Tree, you only get 6 for $1, and they're 4x4s, but with you getting 72 of these for $12.99, you're getting a much better price. So I'm just painting one purple. The green one exploded all over me. I had to clean up my hands because it was just everywhere. So once I get done cleaning that, then I will go to the other 2 colors. I'm going to do one with, I'm putting white and gray on that, and I'm just kind of mixing it as I paint it on there. I really like the way it ended up looking. A little bit streaky, but not too bad. And then I'm going to grab the yellow, red, and orange, and I'm going to paint that last one. And I'm just going to use my paintbrush and run it through all 3 of them at the same time. And you'll see the effects that I end up getting. And that's kind of what I was looking for with the design that I had made on the water slide paper from Hippo. and it's HIIPOO. And the links will be in my description box. So I'm just using my heat gun to dry them. Now I am putting matte Mod Podge on this. It's going to seal it because you have to get this wet. Now if you get acrylic paint wet, you're going to have a mess. It's going to mess up your painting job. So I went ahead and got that done. Now I'm cutting out the 4 different designs that I decided to do. One says Happy Halloween. This one has leaves, like, you know, fall leaves. And then one of them is a black cat. And then one of them is a skeleton that says Halloween on it. So you pour it in, or you throw it in a bowl of water, and it curls up. And you're going to wait for it to start opening up, and it will slide right off. Now, for some reason, I had issues with 2 of these. They would not come off, and I had to actually really force it to get it off that section. Now, the other one that I had the problem with, I just snipped it off. But you'll see when I lay it down, there's a little bit of the paper that's stuck to it, and I don't know why it did that, but hey, it's called character. At least my happy mistakes is character. So now I'm using a paper towel and just squeezing out any air bubbles or, you know, anything lifting too much water, and I'm just doing that. Now this is the second one, and as it starts to open up, that is when it's ready to slide the picture right off. And here I am getting it all wet, and I'm just laying it down, and you can slide it around until it dries. So I was using the paper towel a little bit and my fingers to slide it to where I wanted it. And now here's the third one, and this one is going to be the Happy Halloween. And this one I think had I'm not sure if this one had a problem or not. I can't remember. But like I said, it rolls up tight, and this one did, and I'm snipping it off. And then it just slides right off that paper. And I was just putting it down and using my paper towel. Now that one was a little too big, so I ended up trimming it with my detail scissors and getting it all done off of there. And then I'm going to do the last one, and this one slid off pretty easily, and then I just put it on. And now when this is done, I ended up putting the Mod Podge on it again to seal it completely, so I didn't have any of those kind of issues at all with it. So as you can see, it's just literally, it just slides right off that paper. And then I'm going to put it down. And after I get this all Mod Podged, I am going to hook them together on a ribbon. We're going to call this one a finished project. And here's the finished project. I hope you guys like it, because I sure do. Alright, now we're going to do the heat transfer paper. And so I've already cut it out, and I used the iron to get it nice and hot. And I'm using my Cricut tool to separate this backing paper, because I was having fits trying to get it separated. Once I got it separated, then you just lay it down on the fabric. And this is just a tea towel for this Thanksgiving. I decided I wanted to decorate these with this heat transfer paper, and so I just put that degreaser paper down, and then I just hold it down there, wiggle it around a little bit, and it just takes 15 seconds, and guess what? It's done. So I hope you guys like this one. Now this is one that's totally different, has nothing to do with these. I just wanted to throw this one in. Okay, this is a cardboard I had painted on the one side, and I decided I was going to refurbish it. And so I'm painting this with acrylic paint, Apple Barrel, and that is from Plaid, and I'm a Plaid ambassador, so I wanted to make sure I said that, as well as Mod Podge's Plaid as well. And I'm only putting one coat on here, and I'm going to use my heat gun and get that all dry. Now, I got the sugar skull as a friended gift to me on a mystery box, and I don't want to paint the sugar skull the colors because they're like cut out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace around all the little portions, the sections of this, and I'm going to draw around the sugar skull, the wood, and then I'm going to paint behind it all the different sections, and then I will paint that, and I will let you watch. And I just wanted to welcome you to my channel if you're brand new to the channel, and I hope you decide to hit subscribe button as well as the notification bell. Give me those big thumbs ups, as well as leave me a comment. I love reading them. Now also, don't forget to go down in the description box. Down there is going to be links to all of these products that I've used today, as well as on my link tree you will find a lot of different Plaid stuff. So as you can see on here, I am just kind of painting. Now I painted it all, and then I put it over the top and realized I didn't get a big enough paint on them. You could still see it through the wood, so I decided to go back and fill it in more to make it the better coverage, so that you actually will see no white through those sections. And while I am doing that, I'm going to go ahead and take, this is a gold, and this is from Plaid. It's a metallic gold, and I'm painting the whole thing of the sugar skull and getting it all completely painted. I was trying to debate. I didn't want to go black. I could have, but I didn't want to go black. Of course, I didn't want to go white because you wouldn't be able to see the background. And I was trying to just figure out, and I figured, you know what? I'm just going to go gold. And I think it turned out really awesome. So here I'm just making sure I got all the pieces. I'm drying it with my Darcy heat gun, which is also in my link tree. And this is when I realized that I didn't get enough paint when I laid that over the top. And so I just was shoring up the lines and making sure that they were much thicker. And then I noticed there was still some areas. I just kept going back and forth until I got it completely done and made sure that there wasn't any. Now actually, after I put it back on here, there's still a few spots, and I just use a little tiny paintbrush and just paint it from there. But I'm just trying to make sure that you can't really, see that I missed any spots. So once this is dry, then I go ahead and place it. Actually, this is when I realized I needed more red. Made the spots bigger, and then after it's dry, then I'm going to turn this over while it's drying. I'm using some painting sticks, and I'm going to shore this up. This had a bow in it, and I wanted to correct that bow. So I was trying to figure out what was the best way, and I decided on this direction. So I'm just using my hot glue, and I'm just gluing it right on there and pressing it down so that it won't lift. And then I'm going to go ahead and just use hot glue and get that down. A few spots was lifting, and I just put it back in there. Set that aside, grabbed these large craft sticks from the Dollar Tree, and I was just painting. I cut off the ends, the round part, and I was just painting the rest, or painting them black. And then once they are all completely finished, then I'm going to move them over to the side and bring that back, and I'm going to make a border for this sugar skull. And I hope you guys like this. I think it turned out phenomenal. It is so cool. And I mean, look it up. Read the origins of the sugar skull. It's pretty amazing. It's not just Halloween. It's a different holiday that's just right next to Halloween. So, yeah, check it out. It's pretty awesome. All right, so I'm just getting these all on as a border. I think the black border just made the whole thing just pop. So, and there's little gaps, and I take care of those. I was going to put little pieces of wood, but I ended up putting a couple of pieces, and then I just painted the rest, and you can't tell unless you are standing right next to it that it is not a piece of wood that's painted, because I just painted the between the little pieces, and there you go, and you can't tell. It's seamless. So, like I said, I hope you guys like this, and don't forget to check out my channel, as well as I've got a new channel, and that link is also in my description box. And I hope you guys enjoyed all these projects, and I hope you have a blessed day, and don't forget to be the Bible somebody reads today.